Okay, I'm not going to do hair flips in this video this time. What is up, you guys, and thank you so much for clicking on this video. My name is Vivian and we are here again for another tutorial for how I did this look. So this look makes use of mostly brown colors in your eyeshadow palette and maybe just one pink color, which can totally be skipped, but you know, the point is it's mostly brown and it can be used in social gatherings, in parties, in proms, in school even, or maybe even funerals. Just kidding, not funerals. I don't know, your choice. The point is you can use this look in almost every occasion and it's so easy to do. So if you want to see how I did this and how quickly and easy it is to do, then go ahead and keep watching. Okay, so we got our headband on, and first off, you should always start with your moisturizer, and I already put my moisturizer on because I like to do that right after I get out of the shower, just because I think that my skin absorbs it better when it's really moist. And after you put your moisturizer, then you follow on with a primer. So today I'll be using the Honest Beauty Primer. You need primers because they really help your makeup stick on your face, like not fade right away, and it's just an added layer of protection between your skin and the makeup because makeup does tend to clog your pores. Okay, next, after na-feel nyo na medyo sticky na yung face ninyo, oh my gosh, I should stop trying to speak Tagalog. After you feel that your primer's a little dry and a little tacky, after that, that's when you move on to your foundation. Today I will be using Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r foundation. It's new, that's why I want to use it. I'm really excited about it. But if you don't have this, my other go-to is the L'Oreal True Match makeup. I think it costs $10. And it's also really good. Lasts long. So with this, you have to give it a good shake. Pump it on your hand. I do about 2 pumps first. And with a wet beauty blender, dab it and just apply it. Don't forget to put some in the neck area and on your hairline. Okay, so I know that this color is looking a little too light on my skin, and that's because Fenty does advertise as a foundation that tends to oxidize, which means that this will get darker in a few minutes, an hour max. Then I like to follow that with some concealer. Not that much, just a little, to cover my eye bags and dark circles. Then with the bottom end of the beauty blender, sorry, the makeup sponge, just blend it out. Now before I continue with anything else, now is the time to bake. Now for baking, I use the Mercier translucent loose setting powder of Mercier, and it works wonders. So you just take a sponge, or you can just take a powder puff, dip the sponge into your product, and press it onto your under eyes. I know that this looks like a disturbing amount of powder, but you need it. Well, I need it. What this does is it stops your makeup from creasing, causing wrinkles, or you know, just clumping into your wrinkles. So I'm just gonna leave that there for about 5 minutes. As you may have seen in my previous video, I use an eyeliner brush, an angled eyeliner brush, just because I like how thin it is and it gives me more precision. For my eyebrows, I use a Dipbrow pomade from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Take the mirror and always start at the end of your eyebrows. Just because if you start in the middle, then you're just setting yourself up for mistakes. You want to try as much as possible to get it right on the first time, just so that minimizes your need to carve it out with concealer. I hate having to do that. That's why I do try to get it right on my first time. To achieve that extra sharp brow look, take some tissue and lightly, just lightly, wrap it around your finger and wipe it off. Then take your makeup sponge again and dab it over the area that you may have wiped off some foundation from. Okay, so this has been baking for more than 5 minutes already, so just take any fluffy brush and just sweep everything off. Then you take your face powder, then you take your powder brush and with whatever's left on the cover, take it with your brush and wipe it all over your face. I don't know if you guys noticed, but the foundation did get a little darker and now it matches more with my skin tone. Now for contouring, just take a contouring brush, and I'm going to be using the Too Faced Koko contour palette, and I will be taking these two colors, dusting it off, and lightly brushing. So you take your brush, line it with your cheekbones, or you can just pucker up. That's where you're supposed to contour. Contour lightly. The less contour you have, the better. Don't be fooled into thinking that there isn't any product that's transferring onto your skin. Also, another reason that I put the setting powder all over my face is so that when I put other powders like the blush and the bronze and the contour, it wouldn't be so sticky on my face. It would be a little more blendable. If you don't put powder over your foundation, you will notice that your face is really sticky and every bit of powder that you put onto it will stick right away and it's going to be really hard to blend. Now for the blush, and I'm using the NARS Orgasm. This matches a lot of skin tones. And it's also really sparkly, so it could double as a highlighter, especially because I don't like using highlighters. Now for the eyeshadow, we are going to be starting out a little simple by going for a more natural look. And I will be concentrating on brown tones just because I think that that's what most girls have in their eyeshadow palettes, brown colors. First off, I'm going to take my concealer and place it on my eyelids just as a primer. Then with that same fluffy brush that you used for your setting powder, dip it in some face powder and tap it off as usual. And now for the brushes, blending brushes are my absolute favorite to use just because they blend everything out. But if you want to be able to pack some color, you could either use your fingertips or a flat brush like this one. So with the first blending brush, this one is from e.l.f. I've had this for a few years now and it still works really well. I'm going to take this pink color, tap out the excess, and blend. Now with this clean brush, just try to make it lighter. Again, with this other blending brush, we are going to dip into this color again. Tap it out and blend right under the pink area. And then again, use the clean blending brush to make everything else seamless. Now with the fat brush, we're going to take in a darker color over here. We're going to tap off the excess you have to try to concentrate the darkest color on the outer corner of your eye, right by the crease. And I try to keep it in this area alone. With this blending brush, I'm just going to take away all of those harsh lines. I like it to be darker, so I'm going to pack on a little more pigment on it, concentrating on that same outer corner. Now you can take any shimmery color, and in this case I'm going to use Sidecar of the Naked One palette. I'm going to dip my finger because I find that when you use your finger, the product comes on a little more pigmented on your eyelash, and I'm going to put it right here and right where darker color ends. And I'm gonna dip again. After that's done, just take the clean blending brush and try to make everything blend into each other. So now that you got the lids done, you don't want to forget this part, just because it looks really uneven when you have a dark upper eye and then your under eyes are just, you know, bright. So you want to even it out, and so I'm going to take a small tapered blending brush. I'm going to take this color and just go lightly. So don't worry too much about staying too close to your waterline. It's fine to stray away a little bit, because you can always just blend it out. Now take a clean blending brush and wipe it off on your arm or on a piece of tissue. Sorry, that's my mom in the background. And sweep under that. Take another flat brush and take another sparkly color. I'm using Version from the Naked One palette, and put it on the corners of your eyes, the inner corner of your eyes, just to add that extra wow factor. You can add that same color to your brow bone. Blend it out, make sure it's not too sparkly, otherwise it's not gonna look very nice in pictures. So we're 90% done at this point. Now all we have to do is put some eyeliner and some lashes and some lipstick, then we're done. Okay, so I went ahead and did my other eye off camera. Now for mascara. So for my lips, I'm going to be using the Kylie lip kit in the shade Koko K. And for that, I'm going to add some lip balm. And I like to add some lip balm before I put my liquid lipsticks, just so they'll be less likely to crack. And wipe the excess on a sheet of tissue. Those are my dogs. So this is the final look, and what I do when my makeup is done is I top it with some setting spray, and this is going to help my makeup last throughout the day, and it's supposed to help with oil control, help the powders blend in a little better, and it's supposedly going to help my makeup stay in place, you know, not move and transfer onto other people's clothes whenever I hug them. So that's the end of it. If you guys reached the end of my video, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on my video for any suggestions or critiques, or just to say hi or whatever. Reach out to me because I really appreciate it whenever somebody comments. So again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!